Hello there, welcome to Siyasat TV. It is Friday, April 9th, 2021. I am Sumayya Junaid Ahmed in Hyderabad, where we get you all the big news stories of the day from across India and the world. And here is our top headlines.
Rahul Gandhi writes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging him to provide vaccines for those who need it and halt vaccine export. Irresponsible of CBSE to hold exams amid COVID spike, says Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Persons above 18 years of age are free to choose religion, says Supreme Court on religious conversion. No pressure if COVID numbers are high, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi amid Centre Maharashtra row. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao announces Rs 2,025 kg rice to private school teachers. Sri Lanka arrests Mrs. World after on-stage fracas and assault. Egypt sentences Muslim Brotherhood leader to life in prison.
Let us begin with our top story. Rahul Gandhi, in a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calls for vaccination for everyone who needs it and immediate halt on vaccine exports. The Congress leader also urges the government to fast-track other vaccines.
The efforts of scientific community and vaccine makers had been undermined by the centre poor implementation of oversight. The Congress MP has written to the Prime Minister against the backdrop of record surge in COVID cases and fierce row between the centre and some states over vaccine supply.
Moving on to our next story, a health worker dressed in PPE kit waits for his order of juice after stopping an ambulance carrying a COVID patient at a shop. In a shocking video that has emerged from Madhya Pradesh, if this callousness was not bad enough in the middle of massive surge in virus cases, the man is heard defending his decision to stop the ambulance for a break while transporting a patient.
In a video taken at Shadol district, the health worker is seen waiting for the sugarcane juice at the roadside shop while his colleague, also wearing the PPE kit, sits inside the ambulance. His face mask is pulled down to his chin, which is clear violation of protocol at public places. Many people are seen walking past the healthcare workers at the busy road, possibly exposed to infection.
कोरोना पेशेंट लेके आए हो कहाँ पे? चरक वाले के हाँ साथ में आए हो कोरोना पेशेंट के और मास्क खोल करके खड़े हो हैं? अरे नहीं तो कोरोना तुमको नहीं है तो लेकर के आ रहे हो कोरोना पेशेंट, मास्क खोल के खड़े हो। कहाँ नगर पालिका के एम्प्लॉय हो हैं? ये हो रहा है, चरक वाले के यहाँ आए हैं, गन्ना का रस पी रहे हैं और मास्क खोल करके खड़े हैं, कोरोना पेशेंट लेकर के आए हैं।
Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi today held educational administrative bodies like Central Board of Secondary Education downright irresponsible for holding exams under prevailing circumstances. She took the stance a day after the board assured worried students of adequate safety arrangements and the observation of all COVID-19 guidelines. These concerns rise amid disturbing revivals of infections across the country.
According to the revised CBSE data sheet, the class 10th exams are scheduled to be held between 4th of May and 7th of June, and those for class 12th would be held between 4th of May and 15th of June. Over a lakh of students, class 10th and 12th had earlier signed petitions urging the government to either cancel the exams or to hold them online. The hashtag Cancel Board Exams 2021 has been trending on Twitter over the past few days.
The Supreme Court today said persons above 18 years of age are free to choose their religion as it refused to entertain a plea seeking directions to the centre and state to control black magic and religious conversion.
The bench of Justice R.F. Nariman, B.R. Gavi, Rikesh Roy told the senior advocate Gopal Sankar Narayana, appearing for the petition advocate of Ashwani Upadhyay, what kind of writ petition is this under Article 32? We will impose a hefty cost on you. You can argue on your own risk. The bench said there is no reason why a person above 18 can't be allowed to choose their religion. It further told Gopal Sankara Narayan there is a reason why the word propagate is there in the constitution.
All right, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing chief ministers on Thursday after discussing on record spurt in COVID-19 cases across the country referred to ongoing row over vaccination between Union Health Ministry and the Maharashtra government, sending a clear and categorical message that he doesn't endorse any kind of political blame game while fighting this pandemic.
पहले कोरोना के समय क्या होता था, हल्के फुल्के सिम्टम्स पे लोग डर जाते थे तो तुरंत एक्शन लेते थे। दूसरा, इन दिनों बहुत पेशेंट असिम्टोमेटिक है और उसके कारण उनको लगता है तो ऐसे ही थोड़ा जुकाम हो गया, ऐसा हो गया, कभी कभी तो वो भी नजर नहीं आता और उसके कारण वो परिवार में पहले की तरह ही जिंदगी जीते हैं और परिणाम स्वरूप पूरा परिवार लपेट जाता है और फिर इंटेंसिटी बढ़ती है, तब हमारे ध्यान आता है। जो आज परिवार जो इसमें लपेट में आ रहे हैं, उसका मूल कारण है शुरुआत एसिम्टोमेटिक से होती है और केयरलेस होती है। उसका उपाय क्या है? उसका उपाय है प्रोएक्टिव टेस्टिंग। हम जितना ज्यादा टेस्टिंग करेंगे तो एसिम्टोमेटिक जो पेशेंट होगा वो भी ध्यान में आ जाएगा, तो परिवार में होम क्वारंटाइन वगैरह ढंग से कर लेगा। वो परिवार के साथ जैसे नॉर्मल जिंदगी जीता है वो नहीं जिएगा और इसलिए पूरा परिवार जो आज सब लपेट में आ जाता है उसको हम बचा सकते हैं। और इसलिए हम अभी चर्चा जितनी वैक्सीन की करते हैं उससे ज्यादा चर्चा हमें टेस्टिंग की करने की जरूरत है, बल टेस्टिंग पर देने की जरूरत है और हमने सामने से टेस्टिंग के लिए जाना है। उसको तकलीफ हो और फिर टेस्टिंग करने के लिए आए और फिर उसको पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव मिल जाए और वो मैं समझता हूं क्रम हमारे लिए थोड़ा बदलना पड़ेगा। हमारे पास वायरस को कंटेन करने के लिए एक अहम तरीका है कि हम ह्यूमन होस्ट को कंटेन करें। मैंने पहले भी कहा था, ये कोरोना एक ऐसी चीज है कि जब तक आप उसको लेकर के नहीं आओगे घर में नहीं आता है और इसलिए ह्यूमन सोर्स जो है हर एक को हमने जागरूक करना पड़ेगा, उसने नियमों का पालन करना होगा, ये बहुत आवश्यक है। और निश्चित तौर पर इसमें टेस्टिंग और ट्रैकिंग की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। हम टेस्टिंग को लाइट न लें, टेस्टिंग को हमें हर राज्य में इतना बढ़ाना होगा कि पॉजिटिव रेट कैसे भी करके 5% के नीचे ला करके रखा है। और आपको याद होगा शुरू में जब कोरोना की खबरें आने लगी तो हमारे यहाँ कंपटीशन होने लगी, वो राज्य तो निकम्मा है वहाँ बहुत बढ़ गया, फलाना राज्य बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, राज्यों की आलोचना करना बड़ा फैशन हो गई थी। तो पहली मीटिंग में मैंने आप सबसे कहा था कि संख्या बढ़ने से आप जरा भी चिंता मत कीजिए, उसके कारण आपका परफॉर्मेंस बुरा है, प्रेशर में मत रहिए, आप टेस्टिंग पर बल दीजिए। और वो बात मैं आज भी कह रहा हूँ, संख्या ज़्यादा है इसलिए आप गलत कर रहे हैं ये सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। आप टेस्टिंग ज़्यादा करते हैं, उसके कारण पॉजिटिव केस नज़र आते हैं, लेकिन बाहर निकलने का रास्ता वही है। और जो आलोचना करने वाले हैं थोड़े दिन आलोचना सुननी पड़ेगी, लेकिन रास्ता तो टेस्टिंग का ही है। टेस्टिंग के कारण आंकड़ा बड़ा आ जाता है, आने दीजिए। उसके कारण कोई राज्य अच्छा है कोई राज्य बुरा है, ऐसा मूल्यांकन का तरीका ठीक नहीं है। और इसलिए मेरा आपका आग्रह है कि इस प्रेशर से बाहर निकल जाइए, टेस्टिंग को बल दीजिए, भले पॉजिटिव केस ज़्यादा आते हैं आने दीजिए, लेकिन उसी का तो हम उपाय कर पाएंगे। और हमारी टारगेट 70% 70% RT-PCR टेस्ट करने का है। कुछ जगह से मेरे पास खबर आई है, मैंने वेरीफाई नहीं किया।
Bus services were hit in Karnataka for the third consecutive day today as the stalemate between employees of the road transport corporations who are on indefinite strike on wage-related issues and the state government continued.
While the government on Thursday evening reiterated that it was not possible to fulfill their demand for implementation of the 6th Pay Commission report, RTC employees have decided to continue with the strike. As the employees belonging to all four transport corporations did not attend duty, the buses continue to remain off the road across the state, including Bengaluru, affecting daily commuters. Passengers travelling to and from distant areas and office goers were the most affected. Private buses, mini buses, maxi cabs and other passenger transport vehicles vehicles were seen providing services to stranded passengers in different parts of the city and state.
Despite the surge in COVID-19 cases, huge crowds witnessed at Dadar Vegetable Market in Mumbai today. People were seen flouting social distancing norm at the vegetable market. Many were seen without proper masks.
Mumbai reported 8,938 new COVID-19 cases and 23 deaths in the span of last 24 hours. Since Tuesday evening, the state has been saying its vaccine stocks were running out and its vaccination program will grind to a halt if the stocks are not replenished soon.
India has set another record of daily COVID cases with 1,31,968 infections in the last 24 hours, pushing the total case count over 1.3 crore. The surge, much steeper than last year's first wave, has forced many states to impose tight curbs. This is the fourth time in 5 days that India has reported over 1 lakh new cases. 1,67,064 people have died of the COVID-19 in India, with 780 deaths in the last 24 hours. India is the third worst hit country after the United States and Brazil, whereas Telangana have reported 2,478 fresh positive cases and 5 deaths in the past 24 hours. Let us shift our focus to Telangana, where a realtor in Telangana struck a plot of gold quite literally while digging a plot of land and found antique ornaments that have been used by ardent idols. The realtor was trying to level a 11-acre plot next to Warangal-Hyderabad National Highway in Pembertri village of Jangaon district in the state when he discovered a copper plot.
The earth mover, while trying to level the land, broke the pot containing gold and silver ornaments. The pot contained silver ornaments reportedly weighing around 1.727 kg, while the gold weighed 187.45 grams. They include earrings, nose rings, beads, anklet, among other things. Narsim Hulu, the owner of the plot land, however, won't get to keep the ornaments. The place will be dug up more to find out there is more buried underground. The district additional collector Bhaskar has taken the charge of the treasure under Indian Treasure Trove Act of 1878, said the ornaments would be kept with the Warangal Urban District Treasury. Archaeology experts are expected to study the ornaments and the location to put the date to the find.
Alright, a rare gesture of state government coming to the rescue of teachers and other staff working in private educational institutions in these COVID times. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Thursday announced financial aid of Rs 2,025 kg rice to them every month till the institutions reopen.
He said the decision was taken on humanitarian ground to benefit 1.45 lakh teachers and other staff working in recognized educational institutions. The rice will be supplied through ration shops. To avail the financial relief and rice, the eligible should submit their bank accounts and other details to district collector concerned.
Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Thursday directed the health officials to increase the COVID-19 test across the state following the drastic increase in numbers of positive cases. The Chief Minister, who issued instruction to officials to set up RT-PCR testing centers in the district, said arrangements should be made to get required RT-PCR test kit immediately.
The RT-PCR test center should be immediately set up in Gadwal, Vanarthapalli, Khammam, Kuttegudem, Mehboobabad, Nirmal, Mancherial, Kamareddy, Sangareddy, Medak, Jagtial, Pedapalli, Ramagundam, Bhuwangiri, Jangaon and Vikharabad. Chief Minister, taking note of increasing COVID-19 cases in the country, appealed to the people of state to strictly follow COVID-19 guidelines and wear masks, maintain physical distancing and to be cautious every moment contain the spread of the virus.
Moving on to our international news, Colombo police has arrested the current Mrs. World on charges of assault over an on-stage fracas in which she pulled the crown off the head of the new Mrs. Sri Lanka. Carolina Jury yanked the crown off Pushpika D. Silva minutes after she was declared Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020 at gala at Colombo's Neelam Pokorna Theatre on Sunday.
Jury was the previous year's Mrs. Sri Lanka and had gone to win the Mrs. World competition. Dee Silva needed hospital treatment after the incident seen stunned spectators in the packed theatre as well as a live social media audience. Senior police officers Ajit Roshna said, "We have arrested Jury and her associate Chula Manmender in connection with the charge of assault and causing damage to Neelam Pokorna Theatre." Dee Silva told reporters outside Cinnamon Garden police station in Colombo on Thursday that she is ready to drop charges if Jury made a public apology, but she refused. There was no immediate comment from Jury or her lawyer.
And a senior leader of Egypt's outlawed Muslim Brotherhood group has been convicted on terror charges and sentenced to life in prison. A Cairo court on Thursday found Mahmoud Izzat, the acting supreme guide of the Muslim Brotherhood, guilty of terror acts that followed the 2013 military overthrow of Egypt's first democratically elected president, Mohamed Morsi.
Izzat was sentenced on charges of inciting violence and supplying firearms during clashes outside the Brotherhood's headquarters between its supporters and opponents in 2013. Other senior members of the Brotherhood, the country's oldest Islamist organization, have been sentenced to life in prison in the same case. Izzat's lawyer made no immediate comment. At the time of Izzat's arrest, the Brotherhood said he had been pursued on false political charges. Last summer, 76-year-old Izzat was arrested after police found him hiding in an apartment on outskirts of Cairo, the latest blow to the movement that has been the target of a crackdown.
Before we wrap up our bulletin, let's have a look on our headlines.
Rahul Gandhi writes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging him to provide vaccines for those who need it and halt vaccine export. Irresponsible of CBSE to hold exams amid COVID spike, says Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Persons above 18 years of age are free to choose religion, says Supreme Court on religious conversion. No pressure if COVID numbers are high, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi amid Centre Maharashtra row. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao announces Rs 2,025 kg rice to private school teachers. Sri Lanka arrests Mrs. World after on-stage fracas and assault. Egypt sentences Muslim Brotherhood leader to life in prison.
Well, that is the Siyasat TV English news for this Friday. Thanks for watching. I am Sumaya Junaid Ahmed. Have a great day.